Welcome everyone to this short video in which we are going to briefly introduce the basic functions that you will find um, in Nebula, which is the control software for IPcom series, matrix intercom. Mm, Basically, what we will do in this video is we are going to explain you how a basic system consisting of two beltpacks looks like. Okay, so this is the software. Um, as you see, everything is organized on 6 different tabs, but basically we are going to focus today just on these users, groups, and users versus groups tabs. So when you plug the devices, they appear here and the status is green, showing that the device is available to be used. And as you see, this is the name of the beltpack, and of course you can change. Okay, when you create a new system, it automatically creates itself as a two-channel mode, two groups mode, and that's why you see here that we are using two groups, because this is automatic when you create a new system. Okay, so now we have this guy who's called Pepe, and here we have this girl who's called Rachel, for instance. You can rename it, and they are both taking part on two groups. Okay, and this logo explains you what kind of group this is. This is an intercom group, but it could be also a private communication channel. But in this case, we have decided, or basically it is created by default this way, that group 1 is a party line group. If we change here, now this is a one-to-many group in which the first user who activates his microphone is going to occupy the channel, some sort like a walkie-talkie. Okay, but going to the users tab, what I wanted to show you here is that beltpacks like this one, Pepe's beltpack, can be adjusted as 2 channels, 4 channels, or 6 channels devices. In this case, we're going to set this beltpack as a 2 channels device, which is how the beltpacks are set by default. Okay, the factory default is beltpacks are 2 channels. Okay. Also, I'm going to go to Rachel's beltpack and I'm going to enter the advanced settings, and I'm going to set that Rachel's beltpack is going to be 4 channels. Okay. Also here you have the microphone gain, side tone gain, program input volume, and all the specific parameters that you would be willing to change for a specific device, such as this beltpack. Also, you could change manually the IP address in case you are using a network which is not equipped with DHCP, like in my case. I'm using right now a Cisco switch, 8 ports, of course PoE, which is not equipped with DHCP. So what happens when I unplug a beltpack from the system? Well, basically, after unplugging it, it will eventually show or display a red cross here, showing that this device is no longer available on the system. Okay. Also, when I plug it again, it will take some time, but it will eventually display this green status again. In this case, it takes a bit longer than usual because, as I mentioned, we are not using a DHCP switch. Here, while that happens, I'm going to show you the users versus groups tab, which is basically, this is what the name matrix intercom comes from. So the name matrix intercom originates from this visual in which you would see all the groups 1, 2, 3, etc., and all the users and devices, and you would have a really fast and simple visual information of who is participating on each group, and this is basically the matrix of users versus groups. Going back to the users, as you see, this beltpack is back online, and we see, as before, we explained before that this beltpack was going to be 4 channels. We see the 4 channels here, and this one is going to be 2 channels, and that's why we only see 2 channels here. Talking about the channels itself, we could set these channels to execute or to perform different tasks, being the most important party line group, like the classic party line intercom group, or private communication. But they could also generate a Q light signal, which is a visual signal to be received by different users. It could also perform an action via GPIO and many other tasks. So for today, this is all I wanted to share with you. This is just a very brief introduction video. So I hope it was useful for you guys, and see you on the next one.